My name is Dawud Anyabwile. The name of my company is Big City Entertainment. Produce the Brotherman comic book. My website is brothermancomics.com, COMICS.com. And my thoughts on ONYXCON, and this being ONYXCON 2, which is excellent. It shows progress and development and growth. Is that, it's very important for people to understand the movement of black creators and independent creators and comic books and the impact that comics make on young minds as well as the older generation, and the fact that for so many years a lot of black comic creators were basically not represented in this industry, and now there's a movement going on that's been going on for some time, because I've been doing this for 20 years now, and within this time I've seen a lot of growth and progress, and I've seen the impact that it's made on the youth, because a lot of the kids who were buying my books years ago are adults now. I mean, I find that firsthand at these shows. I experienced that. And I think ONYXCON, what some people may not realize, that this is the birth of something historic, that's going to be around for a long time. So to me, I think it's a positive opportunity and it's a step in the right direction.
Great. And could you tell us a little more about Brotherman Comics?
Yeah, Brotherman Comics was introduced to the public at the New York City Black Comic, New York City Black Expo. There were no black comic conventions back then. It was produced by myself and my brother Guy, and it was also my brother Jason, who he and I were actually promoting, marketing, and distributing the book. We did close to 1 million comic books independently in a 5-year span. And Brotherman is basically about the character named Antonio Valor, who's a lawyer in this fictitious city called Big City, which is kind of metaphoric of any city USA, but it's not USA. It's kind of like this alternate universe that the characters live in. So we kind of have that fantasy going on. We have the whole urban center going on. We have, black culture, but it's also thrown in this surreal type environment. And the main character, Brotherman, had no superpowers. It's not a superpower-driven story. What it is, it's just a man who's trying to make a difference in a society that is looking at, if things are falling apart, a lot of us look outside of ourselves for the answers, when he had to tap inside of himself, eradicate fears, and say, I got to make a difference. So what that book did was it inspired a lot of people to look within themselves to be the answer, to be the leader. Because once you take upon yourself to say, I see something wrong and I'm going to do my part to correct these wrongs, it inspires those people around you to join in with you. Then after a while you don't feel so alone, because you realize there's other like minds, and that's when things start to change. And getting back to ONYXCON, that's how things change, because people of like minds come together, and art influences society to change. You know what I mean? Just like we influence society to go in, a negative direction, you can also influence to go in a positive direction. And that's what this story is basically about.
Great. Now, if the viewers want to contact you or access your work, how can they do that?
The best way is just to log on the website, and that's Brotherman Comics, COMICS.com.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.